Hi, I'm Mrs. Paul, Lori Paul, and I am a teacher at Northwood Elementary School. I have been a teacher at this building for 13 years. I would like to give you a tour of Northwood. Northwood was built in 1955. It is 56 years old. We have the original windows and roof. We have 127 students in grades kindergarten through 5th grade. We have 20 staff members working here. We love our small school. However, there are many things that have grown old and are making learning and working here a struggle. The medically fragile students attend Northwood due to a one-floor plan. Northwood has no steps and is handicap accessible. The larger elementaries have a lot of steps and are not handicap accessible. This area here is a part of our office, and you can see that it is cramped, and the sick bed is located here. We have many things stored in this area. This room is used for speech, and also the occupational therapist works out of this room. It is very small. This small room is used by an educational assistant, and she teaches reading groups in here. She can take no more than 6 students, as this room is very small. This room is part of the teacher's lounge, and there is a lot of traffic past her room and noise from the hall and the lounge at times. This is the library, and it is also used as a reading room. The library assistant and educational assistant share this space. When it is library time, the reading groups are displaced into the multi-purpose room, or a classroom where other readers are working, or even into the hallway. As you can see, when we have a book fair, as is today, the library and reading groups are displaced and cannot use this room. In the multi-purpose room, many things happen. This room is used for breakfast, lunch, a gathering place room for before or after school, music class, assemblies, family nights, meetings, phys ed class, art, and 5th grade band. The setup, tear down, and cleaning in this big room is tremendous. The stage is also used for several things. First of all, it is not used as a stage for performances. As you can see, there are bookshelves, and the music teacher has used the other side of the bookshelves as a wall. Our multi-purpose room is not large enough to accommodate the families of over 100 students. We have to walk to the middle school for our music performances. The stage is used as a book room, where many of our books are used in the teaching of reading skills, and they're stored there as well. This is also a storage area, and at times reading lessons are taught here at these tables. It's very hard for students to hear and read when music or phys ed class is taking place on the other side of the bookshelves and curtain. The restrooms have the original fixtures in them. The sinks and toilets are old. Sometimes the boys' urinals flood, causing quite a mess for the custodian to clean up. The sinks are old and drain slowly. The restrooms also have these storage areas that are full and hard to get into and out and get what you need. Our electrical system gets a lot of attention here at Northwood, as our modern technologies, such as these in the 2nd grade room, they require a lot of electricity, especially when all of this is paired with at least 4 fans per classroom when the weather is warm. You can also not plug in the laminator anywhere, just anywhere, as it often trips the breaker. The first grade classroom and the fourth grade classroom have had flooding issues over the past several years. When it rains heavily or for extended hours, water comes in on the floor, causing the custodian and maintenance staff to move furniture and mop up the mess. One time the first graders had to leave their room and go to another classroom to learn while the mess was cleaned up. Worms have also appeared on the first grade floor. Because of the water pooling on the floor, the wax job was ruined, and the tiles have loosened and needed replaced. Last year, there were at least 7 tiles off the floor, causing a tripping hazard. They were replaced at the end of the school year with unmatched tiles. This year, the water has ruined a rug that students sat on to read. There's a lack of temperature-controlled atmosphere at Northwood. The heat in winter is hard to regulate. The 2nd, 4th, and 5th grade rooms have classrooms on the east side of the school. Often the drapes cannot be opened for natural lighting because the sun is so bright and hot. These are very hot rooms. The first 3 weeks of school, the temperature in the classrooms can reach mid to high 80s, and that is without the humidity factored in. Classrooms need to have many fans on, causing it hard to teach and learn with the sound of the fans running. There is no air conditioning in our school. However, we did have one day in August when the students were treated to a popsicle to help cool them down. Even in the winter, our classrooms are hot or cold. Some students have to dress in layers and are often in t-shirts in the winter, depending on what classroom they're in. Some of the classrooms do not have working sinks. They have been closed off with a board. The medically fragile students at Northwood and the educational assistants that help them need to have access to water. Also, these classrooms on the east side face the playground, and often the noise of the playground interrupts their learning. This is the resource room, and the students that work in here, along with their teacher, sometimes could be 9 students, and it's very cramped and very small. It's hard for them to learn in this tiny room to their fullest potential. Another area of concern is that Northwood does not have a public address system. There is no way that the office can address the classrooms without actually going to the classrooms. A new school for pre-K through 6th would be awesome for our young students to learn in. It would be great for the teachers to collaborate with teachers in the same grade level. Please vote yes for your child's education.